Right, this is Mr Moore YouTube PE, and this is Mr Carr featuring today, coming to look at methods of training. So we've got a pretty active video for today. We've got weight training is a fantastic way to train for strength. As you can see, it's 10 kg. Carr is really struggling to lift this today, 10 kg weight on the chest press. So the good things about weight training is it's good to build muscular strength, muscular hypertrophy, break down those muscle fibers and they come back thicker and stronger to give you more physical bulk. So really good for sports like rugby, boxing, weightlifting. Some of the difficult things about weightlifting is it's really easy to injure yourself. You can overtrain and you can suffer something called reversibility, which is when you train too hard and you break your muscle fibers and you can't continue. So next up, we're going to put Carr through his paces with a little bit of interval training. There's two variations to interval training. You could run, stop, run, stop, run, stop. That's a bit boring. So today we're going to do HIIT training, H-I-I-T, high intensity interval training. And we're going to put him through his paces. Good thing about this is you get him working in his target zone, 60 to 80% of his maximum, improve his fitness, burn calories, really great for cardiovascular, really great for muscular endurance, really good for team players like footballers, basketball players, hockey players, netball players, handball players. So this is HIIT training. Check it out, he's going to sweat. You do a double, go for a double. HIIT training. Right, Carr's struggling, but we're going to give him some more grief with some more fitness. This time we are going to look at Fartlek training. It comes from the Swedish word for speed and play. So two separate words, and what it means is varying the pace, so changing the pace up. So you might go quarter pace, half pace, three-quarter pace, full pace, and that replicates what you would do in a football game. You wouldn't always sprint at 100 miles an hour, you'd slow down, you'd walk, you'd jog, you'd sprint. So you're going to see Carr in full action here, in basketball mode, looking at Fartlek training, and you'll see him vary the pace between the cones. Yeah. So here we go. It's very specific. We've got half pace, and we go full pace, picks up the pace. Look at that. Amazing dribbling. Then he goes half pace, slows down. Then we go full pace, flat out, and then half pace, and varying the speed, very realistic, very specific to the sport of basketball. So he's sweating, he's struggling. Next up, we're going to put him through continuous training, which means exactly what it says, continuous, doing the same thing over and over again. So continuous training is great for rowing, great for cycling, great for swimming, cross-country skiing. You're going to see Carr doing the Cooper 12-minute test. He's going to be running around the rectangle with a continuous pace, and I'm going to be shouting loads of abuse at him as he goes. So you can see that he's running around the outside, he's really struggling. All the way around the outside, it's a continuous test. You have to witness the fitness, no pain, no gain. There's no breaks in this, it's just continuous all the way. He's putting a shift in here. All the way around, no stops, no breaks, because continuous, continuous, continuous. It's quite exhausting. It can be a bit repetitive, can be a bit tedious, can be a bit boring. So sometimes it's good to mix up the environment and do this in different situations, like down the beach, up a mountain, in the countryside. So the last video, we're going to put Mr Carr through some circuit training. If we think about circuit training, think about different stations that you do activity on. You can make it really specific, so it's the element of specificity. So what we would do, we would look at different stations. We'd set up maybe a press-up station, a squat thrust, sit-up station, and we would work through different intensities. And every 30 seconds he'd rotate, have a brief break, and then he would go again. And it's really good to develop your fitness, particularly your cardiovascular, and you can make it really specific to one sport, like basketball, football, hockey. So this one's just a general circuit training session that we're going to put him through, and you'll see him doing some exercises right now. So you can see him doing some press-ups, a really good all-round isometric, isotonic exercise, working the upper body. A fantastic all-round sport, this one. And then we're going to move into some sit-ups next. So sit-ups, really, really great for the abs. Another good one for the circuit. So he's going to be doing 30 seconds of these, and he's going to have a brief break. Last one is some squats, working on the legs. Really, really important for footballers. You can do this with weights as well and make it really specific to your sport, getting heavier and heavier. We call that gradual increases progressive overload. So the sixth method of training that we haven't spoken about yet is cross training, and that's because it's just a combination of the 5 that we've shown you. So just to clarify, we started off with some weight training, and we did some HIIT training, which is a form of interval training. We looked at Fartlek training, continuous, and we've just done circuit training. The sixth one is called cross training. It's a combination of all of those factors. So why do we mix training up? That's a really interesting question. Well, the biggest thing, and the biggest thing you get a mark for, is because it avoids tedium, which is boredom. So by mixing the training sessions up, it makes it more interesting, more inspiring. So you could change the environment. You could go to the beach and do a run, or you could take a friend with you. You could go up the mountainside. You could do it in a different environment, and that would just stop it being repetitive and boring. It will keep you intrinsically motivated to want to keep doing that type of training.
The next video is going to be me beating Mr. Moore on fitness tests.